Hey guys, hey Gems. It's your girl Chantel the Gem herself. Okay, now don't pay attention to the gigantic poof at the top of my head, or the fact that I am in my bedroom and there's a gigantic blazing, blaring, sunny window behind me. Okay, so stay here with me. Okay, this is the episode that I've been promising. I'm so sorry that it took a little second for me to get here, but your girl's been moving and shaking. Y'all know how it is. You know your girl has ADHD. You know I'm trying to get through this. Um, had a random PTSD episode in the middle of the week. I'm in a new relationship, so navigating mental health, all of that stuff. Um, it's been a process. It's been a process. Anyway, let's get into the matter at hand. So your girl promised that she would show you guys what a BDSM contract looks like, different places to find one, the ones that I recommend, the bing bong, right? First and foremost, if you are new here, this is an episode of Kink Tel After Dark where we talk about the kink, the BDSM, where I give you all the definitions, um, the tea, if you will, the tea, if you will. So this episode, we're going to be talking about BDSM contracts. I am pro contract. I am. Not all BDSM interactees, not all of the kink, the taboo world actually believe in contracts. Actually, I think majority of them actually don't. Now that it's 2022, but I am old school. I believe writing it down, especially since I'm into impact play, things of that nature. Things can get out of hand if not done or dealt with properly. Plus, I'm all about communication, big gym energy, Mercury rules my entire being. So that part as well. Let's go ahead and get into it. So what I did was I was going to show you guys what my contract looks like. But ancestors, somebody didn't want me to do that. Because I was looking for it, and it wasn't that long ago that I actually made a new one with an individual, and couldn't find it. So now I'm going to show you how I found how I found these, and that I found some very similar ones and the things that I look for when I'm looking for doing a contract and all of that stuff. So let's get started. So like I said, we're talking about contracts. This is an advanced BDSM contract. I always look for the one with the most to provide. I don't look for the little flimsy ones that have, like name, date, are we doing this, are we not, sign at the bottom. Okay, give me details. Give me structure. Okay, I love it. Like I need to go over all of it. So real quick, this one goes into obviously the dom and submissive's name at the top. And I do want to preface that you can find a contract that is not for dom and submissive. That's for master and slave. That's for whatever your preferences or your terms are, that you want to be identified as. There are certain contracts for those certain relationships that have things that regard into those relationships. But since I am a switch between a dom and a sub, that is what I'm going to be focusing on. If you have a master slave relationship or a masochist sadism relationship or anything of that nature, and you want to contract specifically for that, I'm more than happy to help you. I'm going to kind of show you how I found these. If that doesn't work for you and you want me to find it for you or send you a copy of one that I find, drop a DM. Your girl is always here to be contacted. Okay. So let's get into it. So this is the advanced BDSM contract. You go through the top. It has your name, obviously the date when it's effective, from effective to. General contracts can be 1 to 2 years. If you decide that you wanted something, so sorry, I just got a ADHD, y'all. If you decide that you want something that is short term, like 6 months or 3 months, whatever, this is the time for you guys to talk about that. Okay, hopefully you talked about it before this, but this is definitely the time for you guys to talk about it if you haven't, which is the reason why I love in-depth contracts, because they bring up things that maybe you didn't think about talking about. For instance, How long? How long are we doing this? Right? Is this are you dating your sub or your dom? Is it for the term of the relationship? Is it a trial and then maybe you do a new contract if it's something that you can actually handle while being in a relationship? Whatever that looks like. Whatever that looks like. So again, generally it's about a year to whatever, right? We redo it every year. Is generally how I do mine. Okay. Now let's continue. So there's medical considerations. Again, it brings up questions that you probably didn't think about asking. For instance, does your sub have a really bad ankle injury where maybe you don't want to a strap her up to anything, a bed or whatever, too tight on that ankle? Is there, a really bad reaction to latex where maybe you don't want to dress up in latex and your scenes, whatever that looks like. This is the time to, talk about that. It even talks about additional participants. Are you inviting other people into your scenes? Again, this creates conversation, creates questions that you probably really need to know. Um, it goes into other safety considerations, for instance, potential triggers. Is being hit really hard a trigger for you? Are you not into impact play? Whatever the case may be. Are you triggered by a certain word, right? Don't call me anything out of my name, right? I'm not into humiliation play that triggers me, that triggers an anxiety, that triggers a emotional thing it doesn't feel good to me. So I don't want to do that. Whatever that is. This is a place for you to write it down, right? Um, and I always add more paper if needed, right on the back if needed. Okay. If you download a PDF or if you download to Word or whatever, you can create more space and just keep typing if you want to type it, or keep a writing if you want to write it down. Okay. Terms of address. For instance, are you referring to your dom or your sub as pup? Are you referring to your dom as master, Mr., sir? I always call my doms Poppy. It's a thing for me. Anyway, um, whatever that looks like, right? Additional participants, again, if you're in a poly relationship or a poly situation and you want to add that other person into the situation or to this agreement, then you're more than welcome to do so. Safe words, signals, it goes through all of that. Playing with others, right? What's the conditions and what that looks like? Soft limits, hard limits, okay? Devices and equipment, list of toys and stuff that can be used that you're okay with using. This is an advanced one. Okay, so this is the one where you've done this a couple times, or it'll create the dialogue for you to fill out everything and maybe start looking up things. Sorry, no, didn't mean to keep scrolling there. Dom responsibilities, appearance and grooming, meal times. Okay, if this is stuff that you want to put into your rituals, how to initiate a scene, how to end a scene, right? What do we do to reconnect after time apart? Punishment and disciplines. What does that look like? Is that impact play? Is it not? Is it not talking? You don't have access, to whatever. Breach of contract. If you ignore any of these things, whatever, what does that mean? This entire contract just stops at that point. We are no longer bound together, and then there's a signing and a dating at the end. I would like to show you that I also found another one here. Here's a full contract. This is Scribe, by the way. You can't see because my face is in the way. But this is Scribe. You can see the URL up here. This is scribe.com. This is my saved documents from Scribe, which you can get a free trial for 30 days. I recommend go in, find what you need, delete it, cancel it if you want to right after. It doesn't harm anybody. So this is what it looks like. So this is a full contract for a sub and dom relationship. Trying to wait for it to load, y'all. Give me a quick second. There we go. Again, name at the top. It goes into, when we started, when we, ended or whatever. Dominant shall be responsible for submissive safety. Dominant shall be responsible for submissive well-being. Dominant shall be responsible for submissive life choices. Like, this is alterable stuff. That's another thing I want to definitely make very clear. None of this stuff that's in here has to be in here. Tweak as needed. Okay, this is for you to make it your own. If you don't believe that the dominant shall be responsible for submissive life choices, take that shit out. Take it out. Okay, make this your own type thing. You get what I'm saying? All clauses under the section followed without fail. Then they go into submissive shall be responsible for the chosen safe word. Then it gives place for the safe word. It's very detailed. Okay, this isn't even a advanced one, so to speak. This is just a regular general old full contract. There's hard limits, there's soft limits, space for you to write that down. If you are not aware what a hard and a soft limit looks like, I did find, oh, look, there's another one here that says limits. I didn't even see that one earlier. I found a checklist. Okay, the ADHD be ADHDing, y'all. Okay, so for me, things that look like checklist or where I can just cross off boxes and stuff is much easier for me. I don't have to go start thinking about what possible things to put down, and then my brain take that and run with it, and then I'm on to something else. It's much easier for me to have a list of things. So this is a BDSM checklist. You pretty much you rate your pleasure of the activity, and then you pretty much talk about whether you would like to do it or if you've ever done it. Okay, so it gives you the directions here at the top. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. We're just gonna kind of I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit. Okay, so it says 1 equals disliked intensely, gave no pleasures. 2 was just okay, was 3 liked it, was 4 extremely enjoyed it. Okay, that's my bread and butter. I want to do it again. That's 5. All right. Like to do it again. Okay, would you like to do it again? Never. Yeah, hard limit. Okay, again, we've talked about hard nose. Go to the first episode if you don't know what I'm talking about. No desire is a soft limit. Forced is if you were forced to, you might like it. Now, let me give some context on what that means, because again, I am very into we don't force people to do shit. Okay, we move within the parameters that they provide. I am not, in my personal opinion. Okay, that does not mean that this is not a thing in the community. I'm talking about my personal and what I'm advising. Okay, by all means, boo boo. If you get your rocks off being forced to do something, do it, babe. Have that conversation with your partner and y'all make it happen. Okay, make it pop like popcorn. Okay, but I'm a little bit too rowdy. Okay, I am a brat. So trying to get me to do anything might need to square up. So if forced to do it, you might like it. I mean, again, have these conversations. Don't just run with that. Have a conversation on what that means. Don't just go forcing people to do things. There is a delicate line that's there, which is again another reason why I said conversations are important. Fetish need, like this really turns you on and you can't live without it. Like this is the reason I'm in the kink reality. Okay, this is the reason why I run with the big boys. Okay, that is what fetish need is. You would go down the list. Okay, it's in alphabetical order. If you do not know what it is, I would highly recommend picking up Google. Okay, uh, all devices can search now, even your TV. So if you need to look up what something is, just to make sure that you have a full understanding of what it is. Okay, I would highly even recommend, because you know I love some good conversation. Hey babe, I don't know what clothespins. Well, what would that be entailing of? Oh babe, it would entail of da 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 da. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think I would like da 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 da. Okay, or hey babe, I don't know what cock worship is. Well, I think that it means this. Let's Google it and make sure. You Google it, you both see the definition. Well, what do you get out of this definition? I think that means that you would blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't want to blah, say blah, say blah. That doesn't sound like good time to me. Bam. Okay. Easy. Easy. Okay. Conversation. You know I love a good conversation. Okay. What's that TikTok? You know I love a good hood jam. Okay. That is what this looks like. Okay. There are other ones on here. So I do recommend Scribe. They are not funding this mission. They are not, I'm not an ambassador for them for whatever, anything. I'm just saying that it's a very good resource to find different kinds of documents, audiobooks, whatever you need, to help you along with the journey. Okay. Here's one I didn't even see before. And look at this. It has a 91% thumbs up. It looks like it's a partner checklist. Um, it gives directions here at the top. And look, a little list of things. Look at that list of things. You know, I love me a good list. It's very detailed too. Look, very detailed. Looks like it was pages long and the other pages didn't even come up. But this is my point, guys. Google is a great resource. I would like to say that I did, while I was looking for free resources, I came along a lot of things that you would have to pay for. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, but I will throw my hat in the ring that if you really just want to give your money away, feel free to give it over here. I am showing you now that these are resources that you don't have to pay for. Like I said, Scribe 30-day free trial. Get on here, find what you need, edit it, whatever, save it to your desktop. You'll have it forever. Free resource. If you want to pay for Scribe, you're more than welcome to do so. Again, the other one that I found, this one here, the advanced one, I literally just Googled. Let me see if it'll let me go back a step so I can show you where I got it from. See, brought me back to Google. And let me tell you, it was right here. It's called Advanced BDSM Contract. It had a little PDF thing here. So that's the reason why I clicked on it, because I knew it was an actual file. And let me move me out the way here. I literally Googled BDSM contract. Okay. I cannot make this shit up, guys. I cannot. I love you guys so much. That is really the basis of what today's episode was about, was contracts and all of that. If you need help filling out a contract, if you need help with understanding what certain things mean, if you need someone to go through a contract with you, maybe as a mock trial to show you how it works, what should you be planning? How should you bring up that you want to go into a contract? What any of those things, your girl is here. Okay, that is why we have the platform. That is what we do. I am here to make life easier for you when you're going through this transition or when you're trying to get deeper within the community. Again, we're not around holding hands, singing kumbaya or hakuna matata. Okay, there are cliques and things like that in the community. I am a loner, so I am just giving you all of the information that I have based off of my experiences and how it looks. I am, again, I cannot reiterate this enough, pro contract. Not a lot of people are. I am. Okay. If you are a client of mine, you have heard me say this. Okay. You have heard me say this. You will hear me say it a thousand times more. I am here to teach you how to take care of yourself while you are exploring your sexuality and your intimacy. There's nothing more important to me than your safety. Nothing more important to me than your safety. There's nothing more important to me than your safety. Okay, for those in the back. Nothing more important to me than your safety. There are people who feel like they're in the community and they're really just predators. Okay, there are people who feel like they're in the community and they're really just being narcissists, or they're really just being, not good people. Okay, so I am here to give you the tools to better help yourself and protect yourself while you're going through the community. Okay. Like I said all the time, respectful, consensual adults, respect and consensual adults with communication equals a fun time. Okay. Make sure that you both are communicating and agreeing, comprehending and agreeing on what you are trying to do. There's really not much more I can say. I'm going to end up going in circles, y'all. I don't want to, become a broken record, but that's pretty much it. That was today's episode. I hope that you guys got something from it and that you're, put me up here. I hope that you guys got something from it. You were able to see what I do. Again, it's not hard to find these things, but it is going to be a little bit challenging to find something that is for you. I did find a lot of contracts, like I said before, that were to be paid for. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, but if you want to spend $10, $15 on something I just showed you that you can access for free, go ahead and cash at me, and I'll give you the document. I'll even throw in a service of helping you with said document. I don't really see how they want you to pay for something that you can access for free, but whatever works for you. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in to Kink Tel After Dark. This was BDSM Contracts with your girl, The Gym. I am out. I love you so much. Fun time.